Hey guys, YouTuber Winter here. Alright, I now as promised, now here I am to give my thoughts on the greatest Royal Rumble event from this past Friday. So, yeah, the show took place in Saudi Arabia, and yeah, I was actually surprised at how the arena looked. I mean, I was expecting something where it would be like you remember the event that took place back in Japan back in 2015 that was on the WWE Network. I mean, the arena there, it actually looked pretty different from arenas that when the WWE usually goes to. And when they went to Saudi Arabia for this Greatest Royal Rumble event, I mean, it looked exactly like the normal Royal Rumble. I mean, I was expecting something different, like a huge stadium or something, or something outdoors in the daylight, but that's not what we got. I mean, the arena looked basically just like the usual WWE arena. So, yeah. And yeah, I guess the show, it was well, I don't think that this show really did live up to the actual hype that the show had because I'm not sure what it was, but yeah, I guess due to all the hype that the WWE really had into the show, I mean, with the 50-man Royal Rumble and stuff, I guess it was quite a disappointment really. I mean, you were really expecting something like a really great show or something, and maybe a really exciting show, and that's not really what we got with the show. I mean, the show was all right, I guess, but for what the show was, I mean, I really feel she could have been a lot better, really. I mean, I'm really not gonna go over all the matches really because I really didn't actually watch every single match on the show. I mean, like I told you guys before when I did the video, giving my thoughts on how I really felt about this show. The only thing that I was really interested in was the actual Greatest Royal Rumble match. So, yeah, for most of this video, it's really mostly gonna be about that rather than the entire show. And so, yeah, but I'll go try to just go over some of the matches because I did watch more than just the Greatest Royal Rumble match. So, yeah, I'll just go over some of the card. So the show started off with John Cena versus Triple H, and I watched it, and I guess it was a good match. I mean, probably not the best match that these guys have had, but it was still a solid match, I guess. I mean, you know, yeah, these guys really do they still are in pretty good shape for their ages. And yeah, I guess the match was solid. I guess. I mean, you know, yeah, there was quite the number of finishers in the match. They were actually ending up trading each other's finishers in the match, and then yeah, a couple of points in this match, John Cena had the STFU on Triple H, and at one point Triple H ended up countering into a crossface and stuff. And yeah, but he ended up surviving a couple finishers. Triple H survived the FU in this match, and John Cena also ended up surviving the pedigree and stuff. And yeah, it was, I guess, a solid back and forth match. And then I did think it was a nice ending with John Cena hitting an FU on Triple H, and then catapulting him into a turnbuckle, and then gave Triple H another FU and pinned him. So yeah, John Cena got the win here. I guess I really can't complain about John Cena winning because, I mean, both of these guys have their history of burials, so yeah, I can't really complain about either one of these guys really burying the other one, so yeah, I guess I really can't complain about that. Then yeah, it was a solid match. So yeah. And yeah, and after this was really where I was really skimming through the show. Oh, and I really wasn't watching everything on the show, but yeah, he had the cruiserweight title with Cedric Alexander defending against Kalisto, and yeah, Cedric Alexander ended up retaining. Yeah, I didn't actually watch this match, so I really can't say anything about it. But yeah, there's that. And then next up was the Raw Tag Team Championship: Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt versus the Bar, Cesaro, and Sheamus. And I guess yeah, there was a tournament, and for the Raw Tag Team title since they were vacated after what happened at WrestleMania with Braun Strowman winning against that winning the titles with that little kid Nicholas. And then yeah, the night after WrestleMania they ended up relinquishing the titles, and so yeah, for the last couple of weeks there was a tournament to crown new champions, and so yeah, this was the final match of that tournament, and Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt ended up winning. And yeah, this alliance with Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, I mean, it does like sound interesting. I mean, yeah, Wondrick has said that this could be interesting if they actually stick with it for the long haul. And yeah, it does sound interesting. I mean, yeah, just like a few months ago, these guys were actually like feuding with each other a little bit, and now like they're aligned with each other. And I remember like Bray Wyatt actually helped Matt Hardy win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania. Well, the pre-show anyway. So yeah, it does sound kind of interesting. I mean, these guys really do have like totally different personas. Really, well, I guess they do. I mean, I really don't know. I mean, I haven't really been watching as of late, but yeah, Matt Hardy's like woken gimmick that he has, from what I've seen of it, it really isn't really much like a Bray Wyatt's gimmick. So yeah, it does, but it still does sound like interesting. Just like with the concept of the two of them like aligning together, and who knows, maybe like one of them could actually change their current persona to match up with the other guys. So yeah, it sounds interesting. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see how it pans out. But yeah, they ended up like winning the title, so I guess it'll be interesting to see how it goes with Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt in a tag title run and stuff. So yeah, there's that. And then after this, we then had the United States title on the line. Jeff Hardy defending against Jinder Mahal. And I didn't really watch this either, but uh, um, yeah, Jinder Mahal, he's really like really not that good, and I saw like he was like in the WWE title picture, and didn't he have like a run with the title and stuff? So yeah, and yeah, from what I've heard, like with Jinder Mahal getting like the push he has, really like over the year and stuff, it really hasn't really improved him very much, and it really doesn't seem like Jinder Mahal really is that talented and stuff in the ring. So I don't really see them going really any further with the push that he's gotten lately. I think that maybe like they'll end up like reducing him down to like the mid card status, maybe just like staying in like the tag title picture or like the Intercontinental or the United States title picture and stuff like that. So they'll probably lower him down to that. So yeah, and then the Usos versus the Bludgeon Brothers, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. There's that. Yeah, I really didn't watch that. I really can't really comment too much, but yeah, it was like only 5 minutes, and yeah, I guess like it was just this was just kind of there. I really can't say anything about it. And then next up, there was the Fatal Four Way, a ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. Seth Rollins defending against The Miz, Finn Balor, and Samoa Joe. I didn't watch this match when I watched the show, but I may have to go back and watch it later on because yeah, I've heard that this match was actually like really really great, and this was the match of the night. Alright, yeah, and and yeah, it looks like maybe from down here, or maybe like down the road we'll get like something like a title rivalry over the title between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. And if we do, I mean, I think that these should be like pretty good match. This will be like a pretty good feud. I mean, yeah, these guys, I remember they faced each other in like the final match for the Universal title for the first champion back at SummerSlam. Not like last year, but the year before in 2016. So yeah, and yeah, maybe like they could have like some really great matches down the line. I really don't know. I mean, it does sound like maybe they will end up going down that path, and yeah, I guess we'll just have to see like what actually does end up happening with the with Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. And yeah, it is interesting to see Seth Rollins in the with the Intercontinental title. I mean, I know like some people may want to see him like back in the main event spot, hot and stuff, and challenging for like the World Championships. But yeah, it looks like maybe they could like do something interesting with him as the Intercontinental Champion. So we'll see how this turns out. Then next up we had the WWE title on the line. AJ Styles defending against Shinsuke Nakamura in a rematch from WrestleMania. You know, before I really talk about this, I just gotta address something regarding this. I've seen some people like really just like hating on these two, just like saying that they're crap and stuff and that they don't amount to anything and stuff. And it's just absolutely pathetic. I mean, some people are comparing, like, since these guys did have the match at WrestleMania, some people are comparing this to like Stone Cold and The Rock, saying that this matchup is absolutely stupid and these guys suck and stuff. This is just a pure example of how pathetic the haters of the current era in WWE are. I mean, even like the great competitors they have, I've seen people hating on people like Daniel Bryan, they're hating on Kevin Owens, they're hating on Sami Zayn. I'm hearing people say like people like from the Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression are way better. Like I've seen people actually say bullshit like people like JBL and Batista are way more talented than like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn stuff, which is a load of bullshit. This is what pisses me off about the Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era fanboys. They just act like anything from the Attitude Era or Ruthless Aggression is better than anything in like the PG era. I guess that's what we're still in now. It's absolutely pathetic. I mean, yeah, maybe like the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era were actually better times for the company, but now the WWE still has a lot of really great in-ring talent, and it just pisses me off. Like how many people really do hate on the current talent, even when they have phenomenal competitors like these two. And there's some guy that I've been arguing with, and he's just like completely in denial, trying to say that these guys suck and stuff, and he just really will not face facts of how great these guys are. It's just absolutely pathetic, and people like this just piss me off. But anyway, yeah, this was like a pretty well. Yeah, I've heard that this match is actually like pretty great. I've like Lundrick was and other people I've seen, they've actually felt that their WrestleMania match was kind of a letdown, just because like it took a while for that match to get going, and when it finally did get going, it just ended. It like really shortly after, just like a few minutes after it started to get going, and yeah, that was kind of the case here too. Like, Lundrick has said that this match, it was better than the WrestleMania match, but still like not the classic that these guys can really have, and yeah, it basically went down the same route as the WrestleMania match, where as it was really starting to get going, it just then ended, and it ended in a double countout. And some people may have been kind of upset about the countout, but yeah, Lundrick said in his video that he feels that this actually does give them a reason to face off again, and then they're gonna be having another match at Backlash, actually I think this Sunday, and yeah, maybe now, like, you know what they say, the third time's the charm. Maybe at Backlash they actually will be able to have the classic that they are actually capable of having. We can hope for that, and yeah, maybe like I just said, the third time is the charm, so yeah, hopefully they will finally have the classic that they're capable of having, so yeah, there's that. Then next up was Undertaker versus Rusev in a casket match. And, well, yeah, thankfully, like, this really didn't go too long. I mean, it really wasn't 10 minutes, and, yeah, it's showing now, like, Undertaker is really showing that he really, like, is, like, really, like, kind of having struggles in this now. Like, this match, like, was, like, showing that this stuff is, like, really getting a struggle for him. And yeah, I'm glad that like he did come back at WrestleMania rather than what happened last year. If that was the way he was going to go out, like if you saw my WrestleMania 33 video, you like saw at the end I was really lashing out at how pissed off I was if that was the way he was going to go out. But luckily he's not, and yeah, they have brought him back, and yeah, look, now with the way they have him going now, with like him like having like him like being victorious over John Cena at WrestleMania. And I really don't want to say it was a burial, but yeah, it was like just a squash match, really. And then, yeah, here he won against Rusev also. So I'm not really sure, like, how much longer they're going to keep Undertaker around. Maybe they actually, yeah, you should definitely, like, have him go out on definitely, like, a much better note than what happened last year at WrestleMania against Roman Reigns. But and I'm not really sure what they're going to do with Undertaker next and how much longer they're going to keep him around, but yeah, I just hope that whatever they do, they just send him out on a way better note than what happened at WrestleMania last year, so yeah. And then Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns in a steel cage match for the Universal title. Well, oh man. This definitely, well, how can I explain this? I'm really not watching the WWE very much right now, so yeah, I really can't say that I'm really like pissed off about Roman Reigns losing, but how much longer do they plan to go on with Brock Lesnar as the Universal Champion? Because Brock Lesnar won the title at WrestleMania last year, and so yeah, now he's kept the title for over a year. And yeah, it was recently like announced by Dana White that Brock Lesnar was going back to the UFC, but yet it was also announced that Brock Lesnar also did re-sign with the WWE. So yeah, I'm not really sure like what the plans are next for Brock Lesnar. I don't know if like he's gonna do something like what he did with UFC 200, where he was actually signed with the WWE, but he did like was able to like sign onto another UFC fight while under contract with WWE. I don't know if like that's gonna be the route they're gonna go under, and yeah, I really don't know what we're gonna see Brock Lesnar next. But yeah, this match was really like it was really just like the finish fest that we got at WrestleMania. And I didn't really talk anything about WrestleMania, so I just gotta say, Roman Reigns really survived 5 F5s at WrestleMania. I mean, you talk about overload, really. I mean, come on. But yeah, anyway, yeah, this was really just the same finisher or fest like that. And the ending I felt was like it really didn't like make it really like wasn't like a terrible finish, but I mean, come on, I mean, Roman Reigns like had Brock Lesnar against one of the walls of the cage, and then Roman Reigns ended up spearing Brock Lesnar right through the cage, and yeah, because like Brock Lesnar touched the floor first, he was declared the winner. But yeah, when I think of these finishes, it makes me think back to that match on Raw in 2003 between Kane and RVD in a steel cage. I mean, you guys remember that match where Kane threw RVD actually through the cage, and at first RVD was being declared the winner, but then Eric Bischoff said that the rules were the person can escape through the door over the top of the cage, not through the cage. So now so yeah, when I saw this finish, it made me kind of think of that match. I mean, why did they do it here? I mean, with